President Trump telling Fox's Martha McCallum, no rush. People say, I want to get it over because of the midterms. Not true. We want a good deal for the American people. Driving his decision, Iran's government in disarray. Hardliners and pragmatists battling for control.
They still fear there's Mossad agents everywhere. They're not sure who's in charge. No one knows whose orders to take and accept. So to negotiate at the highest levels with the United States of America has proven very complicated for them. And that makes it hard for our side, too.
The White House says it hasn't sent negotiations sideways.
The White House and our intelligence community certainly has a good understanding. However, we want to see a unified response. You see a lot of different messaging on social media from many people within the regime, and a lot of that public nonsense is not what we hear from them privately.
The U.S. interest now is choking off Iran's oil supply. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent posting, in a matter of days, Karg Island storage will be full and the fragile Iranian oil wells will be shut in. Constraining Iran's maritime trade directly targets the regime's primary revenue lifelines. For now, the blockade will stay and potentially expand. Senator Lindsey Graham posting after a talk with President Trump and Secretary Hegseth, quote, I not only expect this blockade to stay in place until Iran shows a commitment to change their ways, I expect the blockade will be growing and that it could become global soon.
They basically have a gun to the head of the negotiators, and now everyone's afraid of getting killed, not just by the Americans, but by the Iranian military. It appears that there's already been somewhat of a soft military coup. And as the blockade keeps breaking the country's bank, there could be a coup within the military. The generals are having to decide the best way to hold on to power. Is it in a post-deal Iran, or is it in a state of constant warfare? No idea. This would be like if the enemy took out Trump, Vance, and the entire cabinet in 40 seconds, knocked out our entire military, plus all of our defense contractors, and had North America surrounded with carriers. And then Speaker Mike Johnson was supposed to fly overseas for peace talks, and a bunch of two-star generals pulled out a gun and said, Mike, you're not going anywhere. For the first time in a long time, the president doesn't have a deadline. It's unusual for him, which tells me he's going to watch it unfold, feel it out, and a deal or an attack could happen at any minute.
And won't divulge internal conversations. I will say that those of us within the intelligence community continue to provide the president with all of the best objective intelligence available to inform his decisions.
The last what the world wants is an insecure United States. We need a strong, healthy, wealthy, self-competent, not warmongering United States to keep peace. It's the way your president is managing things. President Trump, that is.
War in this context and in pursuit of peace is necessary.
They're not the bully of the Middle East anymore.